Suzuki Concept Car in VR. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpenFed. Today we're driving a Suzuki VGT Group 3 Concept Car. We're driving it in the Vision Gran Turismo trophy race in the World Circuits. We're at the Kyoto Driving Park in Yamagiwa and we're going for 7 laps, and we started 16th of 16 cars with a rolling start. Now these laps, all 7 of them, are fairly lengthy, so it's going to take a little while. We don't have to get too chaotic or too wild. Just catch up to the next guy like this, pass him, and keep ripping as we come down this big hill. Wow, that's an awesome part of the track. It's a really cool track to run on. It flows really nice. It's really nice to just kind of cruise through the corners without having to slow down too much. You hardly have to do any braking. You can control most of your speed with just letting off the throttle a little bit and then hammering back down as we catch up to the next guy and race by him to move up a position. And that's the way we're going to have to do it for all 7 laps as we come screaming by this blue VGT. And as we're coming up around this corner, I love the little flaps on that little blue car. On either side there are little flaps when they want to slow down. Now we're coming up to the grandstand and we're finishing our first lap already. So yeah, they're fairly lengthy, but they're going to go by because we go at quite a clip. And we don't slow down. We're going to keep going at this clip all the way through. Now that yellow car there is another Suzuki Concept Car. It's the Group 1. This is a Group 3, so an improved version as we leave him behind in our dust. And we're coming up around the corner here again, you get that nice hill. Boy, I tell you, if you hit that hill right, when you're driving in VR, it's just like on a roller coaster hill where you go shooting down all of a sudden and your stomach ends up in the back of your throat. It almost feels the same. It's really quite realistic when you're coming down this hill. At the bottom here, they like to slow down. Now these cars, they all go really fast, but they like to slow down around the corners. Now remember that, because that is where we're going to have to do some of our passing, because in a straight line, some of them just go too fast and we can't catch up to them, let alone get by them. So we're going to fight to get by as many as we can, like this. Some of them are a little easier than others. But like I said, here, another corner again, and they slow down around those corners. Well, I'll tell you. We got a ways to go yet because we're just finishing our 2nd lap, so we got 5 laps left to go. As we're coming up by the grandstand here, and we're going to pass this Volkswagen VGT. I've driven that one, and that one is an awesome car to drive. Much like this one, you know, convertible, sticks to the road, lots of power, and I love those rear view mirrors on either side of your steering wheel with a little camera on the rear view mirrors. That is so cool. Remember that rear view mirror on the left hand side? We're going to be using that in our last lap. As we're coming up here, we're coming back to that big hill again. We're not seeing any cars in front of us. Oh, there's one. It took us a little bit to catch up to one. But these, we're getting near the front of the pack now. And obviously, these ones at the front of the pack go a little bit faster, which is the reason why they are in the front of the pack. So when you catch up to them here, if I would have been in time, I would have been able to pass him too. Now having to stick behind him, you can see how he zips away from you. And he's hard to catch. Then when you catch him like this, now you got a corner and he's going to cut it so you can't get by him. So you see, this poses a few, and then just as you go around the corner, he takes off again. So that poses a few little problems in trying to get ahead of them to win the race. And we obviously got to get ahead of him because he is not the #1 car. I'm pretty sure of that. I don't think we have passed all 15 cars yet. we're coming up finishing our 3rd lap already. So we're getting pretty close to halfway through the race, and as you can see, I got it floored, and I can't catch this guy. Which means only one thing, we got to take him in the corners. That's where we got to get in front of him. And once we get in front of him, hopefully we can keep him behind us. But we got to keep our eye on the rearview mirror. Make sure we can see where they are, because we've been accused before of not paying attention. Rightfully so. Because I've had cars whip by me, got snuck up behind me, and I wasn't paying attention to. This is the problem that I have when I get ahead of people and I have to be my own lead car and I have to try and pace myself. I have a hard time doing that. So I like chasing the car, like that one, those ones up ahead there. So we can see at least another 2 cars there. Right? So one car that far ahead is going to take me a lap just to catch him. But it goes to show you how difficult it is to win this race. You know, and not being quite sure how many cars are still in front of us. So all we can do is keep ripping, but now at least I've got a pace car in front of me. I don't have to set the pace myself, because that's just a horror show when the Opafet's leading. So we don't really want to be leading until near the end of the race. We want to slowly and methodically move up, catch up to the next guy like this. And once we caught up to him, then we pass him. But like I said, look at him take off on me. I can't even catch him at full throttle. So it's going to make it a little difficult. We've just gone almost a full lap following these guys and not getting closer. Well, now we get closer as we go around the corner. So we got to push it in the corners, which is difficult because if you go around the corner too fast, when you throttle up before you're through the corner, you know you got a chance to spin out. And if you spin out now at this stage of the game, then you are not going to win, because you will be lost. You will not be able to recoup. I mean, look at how long it's taken me just to catch this guy, let alone pass him. So probably the best thing to do is wait till we get to the bottom of this hill here and then pass him on the left-hand side. Get up right close behind him, because we know he's going to slow down. We get him right there. That's one strategy we can use on this particular track. You can't do that everywhere. So, and like I said, this track is such a nice track to race on. You don't really have to brake anywhere, but that makes it harder to catch cars like the one in front of me and the one we just passed. So, catching up to this guy, it's taken us 2.5 laps to get past that other guy and to catch up to this guy. And we're down to our last couple of laps to go, because I do believe we're finishing our 5th lap here. So, and as you watch here, we'll give a full throttle coming out of the corner, and he is taking off on us. He is broadening the gap. Can you believe that? But he's got a corner coming up, so he's going to slow down. And that'll give us a chance to get a little bit closer again. And we push it through the corner. Just keep pushing it. So we can try and get a little closer behind him. Right here. And maybe we'll do the same thing with him that we did with the last couple of cars and pass him on the left-hand side of that long hill. If I can stay with him, because I got to stay close to him when I get to the bottom of that hill. Because if I'm too far back, then I won't be able to pass him. So we're going to come along here. Boy, that's a cool looking car that we're chasing down. Try and stick with him now. Go over to one side a little bit, and he's going to slow down right there. See? Wonderful. So we get by him. And as we're coming around and we get back to the grandstand, that'll be 1 lap left to go. But this guy that we just passed, he's not quite done with the Opafet yet. Look at him. Oh, both of them. You can see them in the rearview mirror. And they're pushing you. So you got no chance to slow down. You cannot take the corners easy. You can't kind of glide. You've got to push and go hard like there's a car in front of you that you want to pass. It's the only way you're going to win this game, or this particular race. As we're coming around the corner to the grandstand here, we're going to do our last lap. Now you watch that car we just passed. Look at him catch us. Wow! He almost got by us. And then he had to back off again because of the corner. So you see, we're going to have a problem with him. He's going to be really tight and close behind us when we finish this lap, because it doesn't look like he wants to let us go. Now we have other plans, obviously. We want to win this race, but we're going to do the best we can. And as we come down that hill again, cut it on the inside and take it fast, and that'll give us a little bit more of a buffer zone. But wow, look at him. He's always right there in my rearview mirror. He's not going to let us go. I get away from him a little bit on the corner, and then when the straight section comes, he just zips right up behind me. And he's looking for an opportunity to pass the Opafet, but we're not going to allow him to do that, because we want to win this race. This race is ours. Keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully it will be. This is an absolutely awesome race. I really loved racing this one. This car is so much fun to drive. Sticks to the track like you wouldn't believe. Absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, give us a thumbs up. As we're coming around the corner here, you look at the rearview mirror. He's right there. Boy, he's going to give it his best shot to try and get us right at the last second by the grandstand. But we're not going to give in. We're going to push it right up until the end. Awesome game, awesome race, awesome car. We've been racing with the Opafet.